Here we are, Martinsville, Virginia, at Martinsville Speedway, the Paperclip, some short track racing at the Tums 500. It's going to be one wild race, but before we get started, let's look at our starting lineup. On the pole, we have Evan Hunter. To his outside is JGR teammate Case Meadow. Then got another Toyota in third, Tim Randolph. Fourth is Marcus Sachi, and fifth is Jay Jefferson. Then Isaac Nichols in sixth, seventh Josh Meadow, eighth Levi Shones, who has won here many times in his career. Brandon Tharp 9th, and Julius Anderson rounds up the top 10. Those two are teammates as well. Eli Brighton 11th, then Michael Canto, Riley Spurley, Justin Heath, Adam Lewis, Alex Stewart, then John West, Trey Rainey, who's won a lot in the last few days. He won the last Gatorade Cup Series race, and he won the Pennzoil Truck Series race here yesterday at Martinsville. Luke Rennie Bristol winner, Patrick Smith. Then you got Max Anderson, Jonathan Buford, Alexander Rowe, and Brady Wormnest, Co Luigi and Derek Bouchard, White Walker and Francis Dustin, Phoenix winner Cynthia Bright, Andrew Miller, Keegan Thompson and Javier Hernandez, Tim Gary and William Seaman, Carter Friesen, Daytona 500 champion Joe Jefferson, Jason Smeel Jr., Season 2 champion Jeff Bright, Season 4 champion Michael Gregory, points leader DJ Reed, TJ Hanley, and Kevin Bannon, Season number 1 champion. He's got a lot of work to do to get up to the front after starting on the last row, and a lot track position and inside row means a lot here at Martinsville, and that's what Evan Hunter has as he starts on pole. Let's go down track side for the command.
Take a nice deep breath, buddy. Settle in, relax. Give your seatbelt a tug and tug on your steering wheel one more time for me. Good luck, bud. We'll see you at the end of this deal.
42 engines roar to life here at Martinsville. 75 laps around the Paperclip. It's going to be long. It's going to be gruesome. Beating and banging at Martinsville. Pace car in 75 laps. Toyota TRD teammates on the front row. We are racing at Martinsville. Evan Hunter with the big jumping news, long gone from the rest of the field. He'll lead lap 1. Tim ran off to second. Jay Jefferson slots into third. Inside lane is where it's at here at Martinsville. That's what you need to be, the inside lane. So they come down the back straightaway. Battle for fourth. Josh Amito is going to get by Case Amito. Marcus Sachi is there in the 43 car. He's gotten down to the bottom lane. He's underneath Case Amito now. So that's the battle for fifth. That's a top 5 position right there. Marcus Sachi will take it for the race lead. Tim Randolph is hunting Evan Hunter down right on his back bumper. Oh, he got a little loose into corner entry, though. You saw that right there. He wiggled just a little bit, went up the track. Luckily, Jay Jefferson was not close enough to take advantage of that. Look at this nice camera angle we have on the top of the grandstands in turn 1. As a car is into the wall on the front stretch, he saved it. It looked like that was Keegan Thompson. Luckily, they saved that. There's no yellow. And then we have 1 and also turn 3 and 4. So you can see pretty much all of the track from these 2 cameras alone. And then we have cameras all around the track. Battle for 7th, Justin Heath. Just past Case Meadow. Now he's actually for 6th on Eli Bright. So he's all over that 88's rear bumper. Whoa, sideways there for that 6 car. Brandon Tharp completely out of shape off turn number 4, and Adam Lewis drives underneath Justin Heath. That was for 7th, and Lewis, wow, he drove it underneath Heath. He's going to grab that 7th position. Battle for 2nd on track. Jay Jefferson hunting Tim Randolph. He's stalking him, looking to see where his weakness is, and then he'll pounce. Behind them, stacking up for 5th, Sachi is getting pressured from Eli Bright. Bright now goes up the track. He's going to get passed by Adam Lewis. And now it's going to be a long slide back unless he can get down line right here. She's not going to be able to do. Eli still going up the track. Trying to get a good run off the top of the corner. Case Meadow to his inside. Smeel started outside the front row, fell back, got down line. She moves up to 7th. See, it's all Evan Hunter out front right now. He's pulled away from Tim Randolph, as Randolph was kind of preoccupied with Jay Jefferson there for a few laps and allowed Hunter to pull away. Look back there. I think that is that It's the 87 right there. John West just moved past Justin Heath for the top 10 spot. Michael Canto's just outside of the top 10 and 12th, going for 11th underneath Heath. Heath's car looks really tight right here. This is for 11th on track. Michael Canto is going to take it from that 9 car. Oh, he drove it underneath John West, too. That was a great corner there for Michael Canto. It really rotated on the bottom lane. And it looks like Michael Canto just broke into the top 10 with that move. Code Luigi trying to follow suit. Luigi's up to 12th. Eli Bright is now all over Kei Sumito once again. As Bright fell back, got passed by Sumito. Now Sumito might be falling back just a little bit. Code Luigi grabs the 11th position from John West now. He has the sight set on a top 10. It's Julius Anderson over the back bumper of Eli Bright. Trying to make a move. And now John West powering back underneath Code Luigi and Michael Canto. A lot of trading back and forth here at Martinsville. Battle up here. Marcus Sachi gets underneath Josh D'Amelio. That's for the 4th position. There were 3 Toyotas in the top 4, and that might not be for long as Marcus Sachi moves under and by Josh D'Amelio for the 4th position. So now up front we have Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Look once again from the top. You can see the 48 of Isaac Nichols on the top lane falling back. A lot of cars at the back just haven't been able to make up ground. Back there still battling for around 10th, 11th, 12th. Code Luigi got underneath and by Michael Canto. Canto now starting to fall back and Luigi back underneath John West for a top 10 position. That would be for 10th. And that's good for Code Luigi. He had a poor race at Chicagoland. And looking to rebound here at Martinsville. He fell down to about 5th, 4th in the point standings. Looking to rebound and get back up to the top, towards the top, into the top 3, I would imagine. He just moves to 10th. But John West's car looks so strong. He gets right behind someone after they pass him. He gets right back by them. Julius Anderson overdrove 3 and 4 and allowed Code Luigi to really close in right there and allowed Eli Bright to kind of pull away, and that takes the pressure off Bright just a little bit there. Now he can try and settle in and get into a rhythm. Anderson's car doesn't look like it's handling that well right now. I can tell you that right now. That 17 car looks like he's all over the place in terms of handling. Isaac Nichols gone back down to the bottom. He's underneath Alexander Rowe. Looks like for the 14th position. Drag race to the line for that. Give it to Nichols. He just moved past. That was for 13th, actually. Rowe's going to get down in line in 14th. Possibly 13th. You can do a crossover on Nichols right here. Might give him a little bump. Yeah, bump and run. That's going to be a big theme here. If you're on the back bumper of someone, you're faster, you might bump him out of the way. So Hunter just exiting turn 2 now. These guys are exiting turn 4, so they will not be a factor for now. Thompson was the one that got spun into the inside wall early in the race. He hit the wall, fell back, and now he's kind of gotten into a rhythm back at the back of the pack, battling around 40th, 42nd, 41st. He just hasn't been able to make up ground. For 6th, Adam Lewis, Kei Sumito. Sumito is stalking that 22 car. Looks to the inside lane. Nothing there yet. And I say yet because Sumito looks like she has one of the faster cars on track as of now. The Toyotas look very strong, especially the JGR ones. You have 2 of them in the top 7. Kei Sumito 7th and Evan Hunter leading. And then you got Kevin Bandon, the other one. He's up to 28th. He started 42nd. Just remember that. Started 42nd up to 28th. That is not bad at all for the 18 team. Even Joe Jefferson up here is up into the top 20 or 26. He's looking for a top 25. So a lot of these guys that started towards the back, moving up to the front, and that's what they need. As Isaac Nichols continuing his charge to the front, he's up to 12th. He just passed Justin Heath. Battle for 8th, Eli Bright. Once again, Julius Anderson has gone up to the back bumper of that 88 car, looking for that 8th position. As up front, Evan Hunter trying to hold off Tim Randolph. Randolph, it looks like, gaining just a little bit. As battle for 7th, Bright moves Kei Sumito up the track. But down the backstretch, Sumito with a big run off the top. But can Eli drive it into 3 and 4? He does. Trying to grab that 7th position. Eli Bright to 7th. Kei Sumito gets knocked back to 8th. And now here's a battle for a top 5 spot. Josh Sumito gives way to Adam Lewis. He knew Lewis was faster. Moved up out of the groove. Can he sail back in 6th, or does he stay to the high side? It looks like he'll settle into 6th position. So move Lewis to a top 5. Now there's only 2 Toyotas in the top 5, and now all 4 manufacturers are represented at some point in the top 5. We got 2 Toyotas, a Chevy, a Ford, and a Dodge. As up front, Evan Hunter, still leading, 50 laps to go at Martinsville. It's a long race, but 25 miles left. And Hunter has been run down by Randolph just a little bit. The gap has closed just a little bit, but it's not as much. See, there's your top 10 on the screen. And Hunter now just entering 1 and 2. These guys just on the backstretch. They will be on the same straightaway, just about, as the battle for 42nd raging on. Luke Rainey has fallen back here. That's not what he needs to try and get into the top 20 in points. He's 39th right now. He needs a solid run, a top 15, a top 20. Maybe possibly try to short pit here. He needs to get up there so that he can get up into the top 20. TJ Henley barely holding on to his chase spot. Not good for him. DJ Reed, the points leader, Irene Hernandez. A lot of drivers that need good runs back there in the 30s. Front 3 have now according together. Then you got Sachi and Lewis. Samito and Eli Bright has run down that 15 car now. As Julius Anderson moves around the 20 of Case Samito. So Anderson up to the 8th position. Kick Case Samito back to 9th as Samito might have used up her tires just a little bit. She's run slower lap times. Half a second slower than what Code Luigi ran last time. And Eli Bright will now move underneath Josh Samito. Samito may have used up the tires as well. And that's for 6th. Eli did not get the run off the corner he needed. In fact, something might be wrong with that 88. See if he gets down the straightaway. Yeah, there might be something wrong with that 88 car. He's coming down pit road. You can make it from here on fuel. But that was something like a flat tire. He was not going down the straightaway right. Or he might be down a cylinder. So Eli Bright going for a top 6 position. Now on pit road with a possible problem. Let's see if they change tires or they go under the hood or something. They're changing tires, so that tells me that might have been a tire issue. A loose wheel, a flat tire, something like that. And they're going to obviously take 4 tires. They're going to try and make it the rest of the way, obviously. As they pitted from 6th position, they can go 45 laps on fuel. That's a pretty long time in the pit stall, though. So possibly something bigger on the 88. So Evan Hunter still leading. Eli Bright still in his pit stall. So that moves everyone up 1 position. As Eli has finally left the pits. He's going to be 2 laps down. He's going to have fresher tires, 30-lap fresher tires than anybody. So he's going to try and hold on to his 2-lap down position, try and get that all back on pit cycles, and then maybe he'll be good. Yeah, but he's almost 3 laps down. That's not something you go down on green flag pit stop. So he might be in a little bit of trouble right here. So 40 laps to go this time by. Evan Hunter has led every lap so far. Tim Renoff has been trying to run him down. Jay Jefferson, Marcus Sachi, Adam Lewis round out the top 5. Then back there you got Josh Samito, Julius Anderson, Kei Samito, Code Luigi, and Alexander Rowe has been on the charge lately. He's up to 10th. Good run for that 7 team as Patrick Smith looks underneath John West. That is for 11th. And we've been talking about the struggles for Team Hendrick. Right now, run 15th, 16th, back 42nd, and I believe 41st. They have just not had, the last 2 seasons, not had what they wanted. Obviously, last season, none of their drivers made the chase. Gary May win at Michigan, encumbered because of a penalty. The 24 car found victory lane once at Las Vegas. 48 car found victory lane once at Charlotte. The 88 found victory lane once at Michigan. And the 5 car won victory lane once at Atlanta. None of their drivers made the chase. And right now it's looking kind of the same here. Eli Bright just inside the top 15 in points. Isaac Nichols, Cynthia Bright, Jeff Bright just outside the top 20. They need something big to happen for Hendrick Motorsports this season, as they have not had. They're having a season just like last season. That's Joe Jefferson. Won a lap down, now he's back in pit road. So he came down pit road, went a lap down. Now he's going to go back another lap down. So big troubles for Daytona 500 champion and the guy who has not had any luck the last few races. Involved in a crash at Bristol, another crash at Chicago, has just kept moving him down the points list. And maybe another problem here today. We're hearing there might have been loose lug nuts on the 39 car. That's why he came back down pit road. He was probably making his final stop of the day. Or his only stop of the day. You can go about 50 laps on a tank of fuel. I'd imagine seeing people pit anywhere from lap 45 to 50, and possibly even longer, 52, 53, if they're hoping for a yellow. Which we have seen in the past. We've seen yellows come out at some weird times here in Martinsville, and it has changed the complexion of the race before. Keegan Thompson right now, 40th. Eli Bright trying to march his way back up through the field. Jeff Bright trying to march his way through the field. A lot of drivers back here needing good runs. As Randolph has all over the 11 car's back bumper. A great lap for that 93 car. Not so great for Evan Hunter as Joe Jefferson finally coming off a pit road again. And both the BK Racing cars running the red Burger King sponsored cars. You see there's Randolph in second, and then you got teammate Max Anderson battling for 12th with Michael Canto in that same car. So decent day for BK Racing, I will say. Alexander Rowe on the charge up to 8th. Just past Coluigi, now around Case Amito. 7 car is flying, and Joe Jefferson is coming out of the pits. He's 42nd right now. I believe he's 3 or 4 laps down. Yeah, he is 4 laps down, so you're not going to get that back on green flag pit cycles. So big trouble there for the 39 car. So it'll be 30 laps to go this time. We're expecting pit stops to start any time now. And who's the first one to come down? Does Evan Hunter be the first to come down with the lead? I would stay out. Once someone hits pit road, I would go down the next time by if I'm Evan Hunter, because I don't want to get caught by some random caution if I come down pit road first. They can definitely make it from here now, as we have been mentioning. Go 30 laps. The front two kind of gotten away from third. Jay Jefferson is just in his own little bubble right now. No one really near him. And then got a battle for fourth. Marcus Sanchez getting eaten up by Adam Lewis. Josh Shimito has somehow kept that 6th position. I don't know how. He was fading there a lot. In fact, he was getting passed by Eli right before Eli had his little problem there. Can Evan Hunter hold on and win? He's got to make a pit stop. He's going to have to do that without any penalties or mistakes, as he's going to hit pit road with Tim Randolph. Jay Jefferson will stay out. He's going to lead the lap. He's going to get 5 bonus points for that. That could be big towards his championship, as he's down at the bottom of the points list. So get 5 bonus points here. Not too bad. So does Jefferson come down pit road this time is the question. All right, so here he comes with Marcus Sanchez and Lewis. Alexander Rowe saved his tires. He's going to stay out another lap. Does anyone else do the same? Right now, he's one of the only guys to do it. I believe he might be the only guy to do it. That pit road is flooded with race cars. So let's see, does Evan Hunter get out and away ahead of Tim Randolph? Randolph out. He's going to beat Evan Hunter out. And you need to be perfect on the pit stops. And Hunter's crew was not. Randolph. Provisional race lead at the moment. Now that's just provisional. We don't know. Does someone beat that 93 out is the question. I don't believe anyone will. I believe Tim Randolph is going to have the race lead here. And how that's going to shake the top 10 up, we're going to have 25 to go right here. Tim Randolph's crew gets it done. Evan Hunter. Far back. A lot of cars having problems on pit road. They're going to be going laps down. And the Martinsville pit stops are crazy, especially under green. Cars going laps down and cars having problems on pit stops, and it just keeps catapulting. So Tim Randolph is going to have the race lead. Evan Hunter will fall back to second. Alexander Rowe and all that, he's up to third. Michael Canto is fourth. Adam Lewis is now fifth. And Jay Jefferson in sixth. John West seventh. Eighth, Josh Amito. Ninth, Julius Anderson. 10th, Code Luigi. We actually got a battle for 9th here. Julius Sanders. Caution out as Jake Jefferson has just hit the wall. A car is stopped. Is that Tim Randolph? They're wrecking in 3 and 4. A car is stopped. It was Tim Randolph. Your race leader just stopped on track. And how this is going to change everything. It's going to be a late race restart. And Evan Hunter gets the break of a lifetime. He's going to be your race leader now. Oh, Lord. There are 29 cars on the lead lap. 28 now. Eli Bright, the last of them. And that shakes up the whole race drastically. It's going to be a restart as Randolph was stopped on track. We're going to have to see what happened there to Tim Randolph. And then we had cars sliding in 3 and 4 and going up and hitting the wall. Let's see what happened first to Tim Randolph. And then we'll see Jake Jefferson and Luke Rainey's type of deal. So here's Randolph racing down the back straightaway. As you can see right here. Entering 3 and 4. Everything's all right. And something breaks right there. You can see right there he's not accelerating off the corner. Something goes wrong right there. Slow, down low. Cars drive on by and Randolph stops on track and we get a caution flag. Caution comes out there. Hunter takes the yellow. That's a very strange thing to happen there. It's still running, so it didn't shut off. Nothing happened there. Randolph just stopped and slowed for some reason. And then you had in 3 and 4, Jay Jefferson slid on in. John West went up against the wall. Jefferson nails the wall. Cole Luigi, his teammate, almost does the same thing. Then Luke Rainey does the same. Cars going high. Cars on the banking, which or on the curb, which I'm surprised they didn't get stuck down there. So we've seen that happen a lot. So Evan Hunter, the break of a lifetime, leads us back, and he's gonna have to deal with the restart here late in this race. Can he hold on, win over Alexander Rowe? We're gonna take it back to the green flag. Going back green here at Martinsville on lap number 58, and the cars out. Keegan Thompson, Max Anderson, and Luke Rainey. A season that's been very bipolar, I guess you could say. Either finishing bad and DNFing or finishing top 10 and winning. He's going to finish 38th, or he's going to finish 40th now. So out front, Evan Hunter. Second is Alexander Rowe. Michael Canto is third. Adam Lewis fourth. John West is fifth. Then got Josh Tomito, Julius Anderson, Code Luigi, Marcus Sachi, and Jake Jefferson rounding out the top 10. So lead lap cars to the outside. It's going to depend on who gets down in line first. Evan Hunter takes the green flag with the race lead. Green flag back in the air. And boy, Hunter couldn't get cleared right there. Who can get down line first among the lead lap cars? Hunter has to find a hole right here. Michael Canto's gotten down in line. He's the first one. Hunter trying to get a run off the top. Can he clear Jeff Bright? He does. Oh, he slid up right there. Bright trying to take advantage. 16 to go. Canto to second. Hunter up the track. Canto trying to run down Evan Hunter. He's there. Caution out. Race back. Hunter gets it. As I don't know what happened there, but some cars possibly going around. Whoa. So Canto and Evan Hunter race back to the line. Hunter wins it back. So they're now stopping on the back straightaway. So we'll have to see what happened to bring out the yellow flag. I don't know why the caution came out. Now they're stopped. That's a little strange. Hopefully they get going here and don't get rear-ended or get damaged. So Hunter, Michael Canto on a big battle for the race lead. Hunter leads us back. Let's go and see what the caution was for. Here's the reason for the caution. Running just outside the top 10 and 13th. Brandon Tharp and Jonathan Buford battling. Tharp kind of cuts Buford off right there. Buford keeps it in the gas and spins the 6 car around into Bray Ornest, into Case Amito. And that is why the caution was called, because the other car's coming in. Wyatt Walker, that was a great miss. Trey Rainey just misses. Levi Shones gains a ton of positions. So that's what the caution's for. Tharp takes a spin off of turn number 2, collects some others. And that's going to bring up a restart with under 10 laps to go. Evan Hunter and Michael Canto are 1-2. Can Hunter hold on? Can Canto get by? We're about to find out. Hunter barely beats Canto back to the stripe by about half a car length, maybe even under that. Hunter going to have to deal with a restart late in this race. So we'll be going back in with 10 laps to go, so it's a single file restart. So no lap cars to the inside, so the front two will be able to battle it out for themselves. Evan Hunter has the race lead. Michael Canto is in second. In third, we have Alexander Rowe. Fourth, Adam Lewis. Fifth, Justin Heath. Then sixth, you have John West. Seventh, Julius Harrison. Josh DeMille on eighth. Ninth, Jay Jefferson. 10th, Carter Friesen. So here we go. Pace car into pit road. The rear of the field is just coming off of turn number 4. Now, Hunter and Michael Canto, the front two, are going to have the best shots to win. Does Hunter get away from Canto? Can Canto get there? Green flag back in the air. And Hunter with a great restart. He got away from Canto just like he needed to right there. Now, if Canto gets past right there, it's all over for him. Down the backstretch, Evan Hunter trying to hold on and win. See Michael Canto getting passed on the outside, but Hunter might be getting passed on the outside too. So this could be a big battle right here. Alex Stewart, 29th. One lap down, trying to get it back. Off turn number 4, Hunter. Still with the racing, pulling away from the field behind him. Cars on pit road. That's very interesting there, especially since those guys were in the top 10. I believe the 87 and 15 both. Andrew Miller underneath Alex Stewart. As battle for second now, Alexander Rowe with a big run to the front. Does he have a challenge for Evan Hunter? Just 7 to go. Andrew Miller underneath Evan Hunter now. If I'm the 11, I'm going to get right back in line, right behind him. Let him go. If I'm Hunter, I'm letting Miller go and getting right behind him. He has to get down in front of Stewart right here. He does. Fourth is now Adam Lewis. This top 10 and top 15, top 20 is going to be very, very strange as Canto continuing to fall backwards on the outside. Can Hunter hold on for 5 more laps? He's got 5 to go this time. He may just want to let Stewart go right there. Stewart really loose off the corner. 5 to go at Martinsville. If the yellow comes out, the race is over. Hunter may want that to happen as that 7 car, Alexander Rowe, he's shown he's a fast car here this weekend. Alex Stewart up the track. 4 to go. All Evan Hunter has to do is run clean laps. He'll win. He has no one behind him that will pass him for now. Alexander Rowe is about a second back. That's for position. That's his nearest guy for position with just 3 laps to go. We thought that once he got beat off pit road by Tim Randolph, it was going to be all over. Randolph had a problem, stopped on track, caused the yellow. Hunter got the break he needed, got to the race lead because of that. And now coming to 2 laps to go, he has to negotiate 1 mile at Martinsville. He'll be a winner. Just 2 laps of racing to go. They're going to be battling for second. Canto is on the back bumper of Rowe. The 11 car will see the white flag this time. They're battling for second behind. Michael Canto is going to get that from Alexander Rowe. Into 3 and 4. For the final time, coming off of 4. The white flag is in the air. One more time around Martinsville for Evan Hunter. He's had a pretty horrible season. But lately he's been on the upswing. Getting top 10s, top 15s. Trying to get up into the top 20 in points, top 10 points. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4 for the final time. Evan Hunter will pick up a win in his Gatorade Cup Series career. Off of 4, Evan Hunter, winner in the Gatorade Cup Series at Martinsville. How about that? Evan Hunter dominated from pole. Got passed by Tim Randolph. And now he gets the victory. Evan Hunter dominates Martinsville. My oh my, let's go and check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Tums 500 at Martinsville. There were 3 caution flags for 10 laps and 4 lead changes among 4 different drivers. Evan Hunter started on pole, won the race. He led 71 of 75 laps. That is insane. The victory goes to Hunter. Michael Canto ends up second. Alexander Rowe, he led 2 laps. He ends up third. Fourth, Alan Lewis, and Jay Jefferson led a lap. He ends up fifth. Then Julius Anderson in sixth. Marcus Sachi, your new points leader, in seventh. Carter Fries in eighth and ninth. Justin Heath in 10th. Brady Wormnest. So there's your top 20. Good run for Levi Shones there in 12th. Code Luigi in 13th. That was a decent day for him. TJ Hanley, after starting 41st, ends up 14th. That was a great day for him. Same with Kevin Bann, who ended up 16th. He started 42nd in this race. So pretty insane there. The positions those guys gained as we look down 21st to 40th. Only 26 cars finished on the lead lap. Disappointing days down here for DJ Reed, who will lose the points. Javier Hernandez was up there in points. He finishes 30th. Tim Randolph, he led a lap, got out of pit road in front of the 11 of Evan Hunter, had some sort of problem. Stops on track, brings out the yellow. He ends up 33rd. We see some Hendrick cars down here. The 5 of Jeff Bright, the 88 of Eli Bright, they finished 23rd, 24th, and Isaac Nichols and Cynthia Bright finished 37th and 38th. Joe Jefferson has been on a slide downward ever since Phoenix. Ever since Phoenix, he's been on a downward slide. He finishes 39th. Luke Rainey, it's been winter bust for him this season. He finishes 40th. Disappointing days for those guys. So now let's go look at the point standings. Here are the point standings after Martinsville. Marcus Sachi has the points lead by 36 points over Code Luigi, who is now second in points. DJ Reed has fallen to third. Trey Rainey is fourth, and Alexander Rowe is fifth. Michael Canto is now sixth. Seventh, Javier Hernandez. Justin Heath, eighth. Brady Wormnest, ninth, and Andrew Miller, 10th. So there's your top 20. And as you can see, TJ Hanley, even though he finished around 13th, he actually falls a position in the points. Just shows how competitive it is. Brandon Tharp, Carter Fries in both game positions, up to 12th and 13th. Tim Gary, 14th. Those are 3 Roush Fenway cars just outside the top 10 in points. Eli Bright kind of holds station. Jeff Bright, actually, I think, gained positions in 18th. Joe Jefferson, sliding downward. He's now 20th in points. He was leading the points just a few races ago. Now he's 20th in points. Just shows what a few bad races can do to your season. But luckily, right now, he is one of the wild cards along with TJ Hanley. But that can really change as we have a lot of races left, a lot of winners. Look down 21st to 40th. Evan Hunter, that went up to 22nd. Case Mito, 21st. Hunter needs to get up into the top 20 to use the win. Same with Kevin Bandon. Luke Rainey, Cynthia Bright down here. They're winners. Luke Rainey, Cynthia Bright just outside the top 20, and now they're down below 30th. They need something big to happen for their seasons. So, the next race will be the Bass Pro Shops 400 at Atlanta. See you guys then.